Hey, what's up? I hope you're having a fantastic day. Welcome back to another video. If you're new around here, I'm Ben Rowlands and this channel's all about live looping. I upload 3 videos just like this one every single week. So if that's something you're interested in, consider subscribing. Now, in today's video, I want to show you how to MIDI sync 2 Boss RC-300 loop stations together so you can get some 6-track loop pedal action. So you may be thinking, Ben, why on earth do you own 2 Boss RC-300s? You must be completely mad. But the reason is, unfortunately, on this top one here, the LED screen has broken, so it makes it quite difficult to operate the menus. But I thought, let's make use of the fact that I have my old one and my new one and connect the two together for a 6-track looper pedal. Now, personally, you must have some crazy looping setup if you're gonna need this, and if you set this up, please send me some links in the comment section down below, because I would love to see this setup in action and what you guys plan to do with it. But let's just hop straight to it and what you're gonna need. So you're gonna need a MIDI cable and 4 guitar leads. I have bought some different colored guitar cables to make it super easy in the video for you guys to understand where each cable is going to each connection, so you can mimic this setup at home if you desire. So let's start with plugging the instruments in and why I'm going to do it in this way. So we're going to take this black guitar lead and we're going to plug this into our master pedal. Now the way I'm going to set this up is, this is going to be loop pedal 1, which is going to be our master pedal, and then this one over here is going to be loop pedal 2, which we're going to sync to this device here. So we're going to plug all of our instruments into the master pedal. So in today's video, I'm just going to plug a guitar into the left mono for example purposes. So that will go in here, and then we'll plug the other end into our guitar. Now we've got that plugged in, our guitar's plugged in. I'm then going to take this red cable and we're going to link this red cable from the output of the Boss RC-300 into the input of our second Boss RC-300. So like this. So we're going to go left mono main out, and we're going to run this into our left mono input on our secondary pedal. So now that is set up, we're then just going to plug these purple cables into the output of this pedal and the output of this pedal. Now, there's going to be something interesting we're going to do in the system settings for this to work. So this one's going to go into the left mono sub out. Now, this is really key to make sure you plug this one into the sub out of the loop pedal. And then we're going to take this second cable and we're just going to plug this one into the main out of our secondary loop pedal. So now we've got all of that set up, let's jump into the system menu on our first loop pedal and get this up and running how we want it to. So we're going to scroll over to the right until we get to input out. Now currently it says memory, so we're going to change this setting from memory to main, which means our guitar that we're inputting will still record into these loops here, but we won't hear the guitar coming out of this loop pedal. We'll only hear the loop pedal audio playback, and it means the actual output will be coming on this red cable into this loop pedal, and we'll hear the guitar outputting from this pedal here. Now we're going to scroll over to the right, and as you can see, we've got track 1, track 2, and track 3 settings, and these are all by default set to memory. Now we are going to set these to sub, which means they're going to come out of the sub out here along this purple cable. So this is going to separate our tracks 1, 2, and 3 playback loop audio from the main out, so it will not input into this pedal and then record into these loops. It's key to set this up because we want to separate the audio from this loop pedal and the secondary loop pedal. So by having it coming out on this purple cable is essential. So we're going to change track 1 to sub. We're then going to change track 2 to sub, and we're also going to change track 3 to sub. And then we'll exit out, and because this is a system setting, we don't need to save it. So when it comes to plugging in the MIDI cable, we're going to plug it in to our master RC-300's output. So we're going to go MIDI out from our master pedal to our secondary pedals MIDI in. So now we've got our MIDI cable plugged in. There's one last setting that we need to alter. So on the first pedal, let's jump into the system settings. If we then scroll over to the right, all the way over to pretty much the end, you're going to see these MIDI settings appear. Now we're going to have this MIDI sync here. You can see it says internal MIDI and then there's memory at the other side. So we're going to leave this on internal. But on the secondary pedal, we're going to turn it to MIDI. So we head into system, scroll over to the right, and when we get to this menu, we'll switch it over so it says MIDI. So pedal 1, leave it on internal. Pedal 2, set it to MIDI. So then once we set those system settings, we're going to jump into the memory edit menu on both pedals. So let's start with our master unit first. So in the master pedal, we're going to scroll over to the right, and as you can see, there's a MIDI sync once again. We're going to leave this on internal. We're then going to jump over to this pedal and then memory edit, and we'll scroll over to the right. And again, when we get to this menu here, we're going to change it from internal to MIDI as our sync source. So master pedal, leave it on internal. Slave pedal, change it to MIDI. So if we now take a look at both of these pedals, we'll turn the rhythm tracks on. And now as you can see, this one here is flashing at a much faster tempo than this one. So if we count along to this 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and we start looping, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. You'll now notice that this light on our slave unit is now in sync with the tempo on our master unit. So we have successfully connected both devices together. Thank you so much. I hope you thoroughly enjoyed the video. If you did, please consider leaving me a like and a subscribe. My channel's all about live looping. Upload live looping tutorials, live looping performances every Tuesday, Thursday, and now Saturdays. I've been Ben Rowlands. You can find me online at benrowlandsmusic.com. If you want to learn more about live looping, check out this video here, and I'll see you in the next one.